once again.
Hello again, it's Jimmy here at O'Reilly's Mobile Mechanics. Looking at another Ford Transit Custom here with a DPF issue. So we're inside the van. It says engine malfunction, service now. Let's start it up. It's done 132,000. Oil change required. Engine light on there. Engine malfunction, service now message. Now again here I'm using the Launch Euro Tab 2. Let's have a look at what codes we have. So we have cylinder 2 glow plugs, cylinder 3 glow plugs, particle filter restriction, soot accumulation is too high, forced limited power, so it's in limp mode, soot accumulation again, and oil deteriorated. So we'll go back and we'll go into the data stream and we're going to look for the differential pressure. Put that to HPA, which is the same as millibars. And you can see that's extremely high there, 37. Should be sort of 10 or under. So it is high, and if we accelerate it up to, see what it allows us to accelerate. You can see it's struggling there, and then it's cleared up a little bit. 3,000 RPM, 400 millibars, 380 millibars. It's jumping around a bit there. See, the engine is cold, so when it warms up, that pressure will increase. We've got about 400 millibars or HPA. The engine, I have just started it. It seems to have warmed up very quickly, really. Maybe someone was already driving it, so it is warmed up already. Where it's increasing there, as you can see. So idle we should have 10 or under. It's on 80 now, and full revs we've got around 400, which we should have like a maximum of 80. Let's go back. So what I'm going to do first for a quick test is I'm going to prime up the vaporizer and see if that's working. Now a way that I can do that just by using the diagnostic machine is fuel sister vaporizer prime. So I don't need to get any tools out or go under the van to do this. It's just a quick way of doing it. So I'm gonna now get that pumped up. So we'll just turn the engine off, ignition on, turn off the ignition again. Ready, 1, 2, 3. Then we need to turn the ignition back on. It'll start priming up the vaporizer pump. Now you should hear a little noise. I can hear it. Tick, 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 tick. You can hear the vaporizer pump. If you can't hear the noise, your vaporizer pump's not working. Now this one did make noise just for about 4 seconds and it stopped. So it looks to me like the vaporizer pump is not working. Can't seem to hear it. Maybe it's just a bit faint. There's a bit of traffic road noise around. There's a dual carriageway just beside me. You can just hear a very faint, you should hear a very faint noise, like a ticking noise. So once the vaporizer is finished priming up, you're going to start the van up. And we're going to give it some hard accelerations. It seems to be accelerating a lot better already. And there you go, the revs are gone. Now it's restricted again. Now if the vaporizer is working, we should see some smoke like that. So we have got smoke coming out, we do know it's working. So by accelerating the van there, we can see we've got smoke coming out the back. That means the vaporizer is pumping the fuel into the DPF. Just a nice quick way of testing it there without actually trying to remove it, because trying to remove one of these vaporizers, especially if you don't have to, is can be a very big problem. Now, the last vaporizer I had to remove on the last Ford Transit Mark 7 I just done, took me, to get it off and get the new one back in, took me probably 2.5 hours or more. So they can be quite a lengthy, awkward process. So now what I'm going to do on this vehicle here, just to allow me to rev the van freely so it's not going in a power restriction mode, I'm just going to reset the DPF values. Now, I will say, if you've got high DPF pressure like there is on this, you shouldn't reset the DPF and just think, yeah, you're going to reset it and take it for a drive. Your DPF will overheat and you will cause damage. But I'm just resetting it because I'm in the process of cleaning it. So you should only reset your DPF values and tell it it's got a new one if your pressure is low enough and safe enough to do it. So now that's complete. So now what that should allow us to do is go back and clear the fault codes, because if you try and clear them without doing that, they won't clear, or they'll clear for maybe 2 or 3 seconds and then come immediately back. So we've got the cylinder glow plugs that are still there. Obviously they've got circuit issues. Let's just try and clear them again, see what happens. No. But that should just allow us to actually rev the vehicle. The glow plug one shouldn't stop us from accelerating it up. So let's see if we start it up now, will it accelerate? It would accelerate before, but obviously after a few seconds it would then go into the restriction mode and the engine light come on. So here's another point to mention on a Ford Transit. If your coolant temperature doesn't go above 80, it won't regenerate on its own, and if it doesn't go above 80, you won't have a successful forced regen either. So that is a good point to make there. If your temperature is not reaching where it should be, it should go like above 80 to 90 degrees. If it's not reaching there, yeah, the vehicle won't regenerate and you're going to need a new thermostat. We can see there the differential pressure there, it's increased again a little bit to 450. So some tools I'm going to use to complete the job is the compressor, deionized water 50% and 50% of this Launch UK DPF cleaning fluid. So we'll just put that into our pressure gun here and we connect this gun up to the compressor then. We use 50% of this fluid with 50% of water, and I'll put a link there in the video where you can buy this. This is the only stuff that I've had success with the Ford Transits. Most of the other fluids don't seem to work on a Ford Transit for some reason. They use a different type of DPF. So just remove the clip there from the hose. We'll take out the hose. This is the DPF pressure hose, goes directly into the DPF there. I just got a little attachment on the end of my gun here with a little bit of rubber hose that's going to fit tightly over there so we don't get so much leakage. Then we can get the DPF fluid now and just squeeze it in. And you'll see a little bit of steam out of the exhaust already. Okay, so now I've got that fluid in there. I'm just waiting for, you can wait anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes just to let it sit. As long as you feel longer the better, I suppose. And after that time, we're going to start the engine up, and then we will pour some more fluid in while the engine's running. Now, I've also had on the couple of last transits I had, I don't know if you watched any of those videos, if you remember, but after we cleaned the DPF, the faults that we had similar to this, like the glow plug ones that are not clearing, they just magically disappeared after the DPF was cleaned out and working properly. So we'll see if that happens again. Okay, we're going to start the engine up now. And we've given a few revs. So you'll see a bit of smoke there coming out like that. Now we're going to pour the rest of the fluid in while the engine's running. Now we just connect back up the pressure hose. Okay, we're back inside. We need to get back the pressures again. Oh, sorry. Move up here so you can actually see what I'm doing. Switch that to the same readings there. So we're already down to 23 there, which is good. It's a good start. And we'll hold it at 3000 RPM again. And we are at currently 310. We'll just hold these revs steady now for a few minutes to see how much it drops. Okay, we're currently on 70 on acceleration. Now we'll let go of the accelerator. And we are on 4.2. So it's nice and clear now. So I said the DPF is down clear as it can be. Turn off the heaters, it's getting a bit warm in here. Now, let's see another little bit of 4 transit magic. PCM looks like it's now green. And you could clearly see at the start of the video these faults, they're not related exactly to the DPF. But let's have a look. I seem to have seen this happen a few times now, 4 transits. No codes. So the glow plugs have magically just fixed themselves, and the oil deterioration. Now the van has had an oil change. Not by me, but it has had one. So, yep, another little bit of 4 transit magic there. Seems to, you fix one problem, it gets rid of a lot of other ones as well. Of course, I'm going to still tell the customer that he's had glow plug faults, and I definitely would recommend changing the glow plugs before they get too bad. You know, if you leave glow plugs too long on these Ford Transits, you're going to have a very much of a nightmare trying to get them out. That's it, one Ford Transit rescued. I'll see you on our next video.